All right, welcome to Metro Weather Watch. This is Zachary Jennings here with you. I'm also have Tony Merriweather with me. Tony, we've been, of course, watching the storms here today. We have two tornado warnings actually right now. We have one that's in effect right now for southeastern DuBois County. That's actually been canceled now. It's actually moved on. Let's see, it's going to be now for the counties of Crawford and South Central and Orange counties. So those are going to be the two counties that are under the warning now. DuBois, you are clear of this one now. We've been watching this part of the storm for a while now. This little line of storms got started down there toward Henderson and really wrapped up as it moved toward like Tennyson and places like that. We've been watching that for a while. We thought it was probably going to do something. Decided to wrap up again how it looks. And once again, pretty significant rotation. As you can see, there's some really bright colors in there. It's pretty much, it's pretty classic couplet for the most part. It's a little messy, but it's definitely there. Then we also got another one we're watching. This is kind of outside the area right now in the Murray area. This is going to be Murray, Kentucky. They're under a tornado warning right now. It's kind of outside the radar site. I'd have to switch to Paducah to really see that one. But that storm will be affecting parts of the tri-state very shortly. It's only about 2 counties away. So, by the way, I'm also sick right now. If y'all can't tell my voice, so bear with me if I get a little coffee or raggedy or something. So, Tony, you got anything?
No, just keeping an eye on this line back to the west. It looks like it's not going to pose a major threat because it looks like it's starting to weaken a bit as expected as that cold front moves towards the area and also dissipates right before it pushes through our area. Watch the line back to the west, but right now it's kind of breaking up, and it's also a mess back there. So right now we're not too concerned about any storms back there in that area. We're more concerned with the stuff that's off to the northeast of Evansville and Owensboro and down over Kentucky, in the Murray, Kentucky area.
And I'm actually, I have it in motion right now, the radar, and you can see where that line's really weakening. The only storm that they're being is the southern cell, maybe in Harrisburg right here. So if you're in the Harrisburg area, you probably got to get some pretty decent winds and stuff from this. I am kind of noticing it's kind of a little, kind of wraps around there right there. So I'm going to have to watch that a little bit. But right now it's trending in the right direction. It's weakening. So that's a good sign. For these storms, though, like I said, this one is the main one it's in the tri-state still, and it should move right in pretty much the next people in effect, especially for this storm right here. I'll put it in motion real quick for you. And you see it coming pretty much moving east-northeast now. It was moving more northeast, and it's definitely starting to take that eastward shift. And so people like in the Valene area, Chambersburg area, and maybe at Hardinsburg even, and then eventually Salem is places like that. You have to watch because y'all probably have the storm hit you eventually. I know those areas are more outside the tri-state, and it's pretty much a county out. Paley, you're gonna be north of the rotation, but the actual main part of the storm, you'll be in the kind of the core of the storm in a way. That part will hit you. So you probably it's actually hitting you as we speak. So people in Paley and French Lick, you're probably seeing some pretty heavy rain right now, maybe some wind as well. And then like I said, down here in the south, we have a lot of scattered activity down here, and that is, I believe, still moving pretty much still moving northeast. And that'll move its way into Western Kentucky. It will continue to move its way into Western Kentucky as it has already. As we were talking about the line, it continues to weaken out here west. So that's a good sign. People like Mount Vernon in Indiana, Evansville, the main part we're going to have to keep an eye on is probably this line because how these storms are moving, it's probably those are going to keep 2 year olds east, more likely for these southern storms. So that's a good sign for the Evansville area, Henderson even. Owensboro, they'll have to keep an eye on Owensboro and points south because those are going to be the areas where these storms are going to be working in. We'll see how they see if they continue to hold together. And as long as if they do, we'll probably have to keep an eye on all that. So, it looks like this storm, let's look at the latest velocity scan here. It's still pretty much the same one. I don't know if we got a new one in yet or not. Just to the west of English. So, we're keeping an eye on this because definitely fairly significant rotation there. So we definitely want to keep an eye on that. I wouldn't be surprised if it could be on the ground, could not be. I'm not sure. I don't know if we've had ground confirmation yet. Let me read the warning if they had anything. Just as capable of produce tornadoes. So no, it's only radar indicated right now. No actual confirmation yet. It just went through the Bird's Eye area, so I'm sure it's a decently populated area. It's not like it's a small town, but I'm sure if something was on the ground, more than likely someone in this area saw it. Also, just crossed a major or pretty busy highway there, so we'll definitely see. We'll be hearing soon if there's something on the ground, because there's a lot of little towns and houses all through here, so the road network. So we'll probably be able to hear something very soon. That'll be moving out of the area though very soon. We're about a county out, and that'll be out of the tri-state. Still watching, of course, this one down Murray. Nothing really significant looking on rotation on any of these storms. Maybe a little something right there. It could just be clutter though. I think the scan kind of came through a little messy. So yeah, we'll just keep an eye on it. So yeah, Tony, if you heard anything about that storm up there in the Orange, I think it's Orange County, and see where they have it again as well. So it's Orange County and Crawford.
Yeah, no storm reports have come out of that area just yet.
Okay. Yeah, it's we'll just have to keep an eye on it. It's definitely one of the first. It's kind of the first tornado warning we've had in a good while here in the tri-state, actually. So it's been kind of wild. It's been real quiet lately, so it's been kind of nice. But looks like today we finally broke that little spell of the tornado warning drought we've had. So it's it's been a good thing though, and hopefully this will not verifying. This will just be just a broad rotation or something like that. Hopefully, and nothing on the ground. So hopefully we'll get through that, and we'll get through the system pretty much untouched. We'll keep an eye on it though. I'm not sure if we ever hear anything from Tennyson, the Tennyson area when that storm was there.
Nothing's come out of the Tennyson area as of yet.
Okay. Yeah, because that earlier had a pretty nice. It also was rotating pretty decently down there earlier, and then it kind of broadened out and just weakened a little bit, and then it looks like it's kind of recycled and kind of formed again, and it kind of formed a little bit on a different side this time. It formed a little bit more on the southern side of it. It was kind of more. I think the original rotation was actually up here where like Mitchell and Orleans was. I think now this southern shell kind of took over. Something you see a lot of though. You see the cells always usually end up being the ones that take over there. And looks like they just moved the tornado warning out of Crawford. Yeah, so they just northern Crawford County you are out of the warning, but this the storm still, as of right now, is still in there. So I'm kind of surprised they canceled that already for y'all, because this northern part of the storm is still in the very northern section. I guess it's not too populated, so I guess they decided to cut it down. Yeah, I'm kind of surprised about that, but it's all good. I guess we'll just be. If you're in northern Crawford County, I'll be on the alert for just a few more minutes as this pushes into Orange County more. Yeah, I'm kind of surprised they did that a little early, but outside of that, though, let's see. Still, tornado warning continues for Murray. If you're in the college, know anybody in the college, might give them a heads up to seek shelter just in case. That rotation was pretty good looking couplet earlier on that storm as well. Yeah, so we're just gonna keep an eye on that. Let's see the latest, see how the trends are doing still. Storm trying to ramp up a little bit in Harrisburg still, how it looks. It's trying to hang in there. So
right, I was getting ready to mention that one to you. Also, looking up into the Lawrenceville, Vincennes area, we have some weaker showers and probably some embedded rumbles of thunder. Doesn't look like anything too strong. As these showers move through your area up there, you can possibly see some brief heavy rain, but you do have some heavier cells off to your southwest. We'll keep an eye on them. The tri-state is under a marginal risk for isolated severe thunderstorms. Can't rule out an isolated tornado somewhere in the tri-state entirely. Like Zach said, we'll keep an eye on everything, but right now it looks like the best severe threat is east of Evansville.
Yeah, and I agree with that. It's definitely a good sign for the city of Evansville and Henderson. We'll just have to keep an eye on, like I said, West Kentucky, and now it's kind of moving into south. It would be southeastern Indiana as it moves towards it, as this part of the storm moves there. And the only thing really Evans will have to watch out for is this line back here as it continues the weekend, though, and move towards y'all. But yeah, it's definitely good signs though for the area. Hopefully a little bit. I don't think coverage will last too long today, how it looks, just because it's not too major of a threat. But anytime we have tornado warnings, we try to get out there and get the word out for y'all. Hopefully the stream looks good. I'm not sure. I'll have to check it after this, but usually it doesn't do too bad when I'm just doing this radar type stuff. So
we do have a cold front that's kind of falling apart right over us. So probably here in a couple hours or so. The tri-state should be in pretty good shape.
Yeah. Yeah, see if I have my I can show you that where the cold front was positioned at. If I have my front thing, I need to get some of my place files back in here though, so I can bring the stuff up. Yeah, you kind of see where that. Yeah, we're just gonna keep an eye on all this. As for pretty much, I know a lot of people on here in Owensboro. I know Owensboro, a lot of file breakers are heading down to Florida and Gulf Shores, places like that. I know my sister included. So, by the way, for that hurricane side of things, real quick, I'll go ahead and just mention that while we're kind of keeping an eye on this stuff. Looks like there was a squall hitting in the Gulf Shores area, so we'll have to keep an eye on that as Hurricane Eta actually starts to move in. Of course, my sister, as the one I put earlier, I don't know if y'all saw the picture. If not, y'all check it, Metro Weather Watch. My sister caught a really cool picture of a water spout actually out in the ocean, just off Orange Beach. So that was kind of neat in Alabama. So that's hurricane update. I just thought I'd throw that out there real quick because I know a lot of people are on fall break this week. So you may have family, including I know I have family down there. So right now, so it's definitely kind of a iffy situation for a lot of people right now. So we'll keep an eye on that though. Yeah, I'm looking at. I'm kind of okay. So we just got the latest scan on this tornado warning that's in Orange County now. If we do have a tornado, it's probably gonna be right in this area, right here in the between. You see the reds right here. It's kind of moving in these later blues and greens away. So that's gonna be, if we have a tornado, it's gonna be right between those two. And I don't know. It's hard to say. It's been like this for a while, so I'm not sure if it's on the ground, if we're just really broad, if we're just it's kind of tight, broad rotation or something.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Sorry, go up to the top of your radar and next to the orange box under GIS, press T. That should put a line there to show where the potential tornado is.
All right, so GIS.
Go right below it. Go below the GIS. And click. Yes, there you go.
There we go. See if that'll come to the next scan.
Did it put
no, I don't think so. I didn't actually bring it.
It must not work on. You're using analysis, right?
That's correct.
I don't think they have it there, but I don't think they have it activated yet. But it is activated on GR level 3.
Okay. Yeah, we'll make sure. So there's a tornado signature being popped up on GR level 3.
That's a new feature that they added to this radar.
Okay, nice. So yeah, so that does show things. He's using GR level 3. I'm using GR level 2, where you get a little lower in the atmosphere. It kind of shows you, when you start getting rotation on here, it's pretty, to kind of keep an eye on it. Yeah, so Tony says there's a tornado signature popping up on this thing, so that we'll have to keep an eye on this closely. Yeah, Valine, in Orange County, you're going to have to watch this. Hardinsburg still, you're going to have to watch it, especially Chambersburg. I believe it's going to be really close how it's moving. It's going to be probably moving between Valine and Chambersburg. It's going to probably track right between here. And it'll be crossing the highway in just a few minutes, actually, right here. I'm not sure which highway this is right here that goes between Paoli right here and south. It goes run south to north. I'm not sure what that highway is called exactly, but it's about to cross that highway. So if you're on that highway, definitely slow down. Yeah, it's actually right on top of it right now. So it is moving over the highway as we speak, and it should be making its way toward between Valine and Chambersburg. So we'll be keeping an eye on that closely. Let's look at the reflectivity. See, yeah, you got that. Let's see, okay, so you got you definitely got a hook right here. Oh, do you see that on GR level 3 as well, Tony? You see it on my radar.
Yes, I can see it.
Yeah, you definitely got a hook right in here. So that's showing rotation even on radar. So that's it's usually a pretty good idea that there's at least pretty significant rotation in this. So you'd definitely be taking your tornado safe shelter in Orange County. Paoli kind of to the north of this, so you're probably not going to have to worry about it. But yeah, Chambersburg, Valine, Hardinsburg, I go ahead as well. Livonia, and eventually Salem. Y'all going to really watch these. I know Salem's kind of out of our area. Anybody's watching from them or knows anybody from up there, go and give them a heads up to kind of keep an eye on the storm, because it's definitely showing pretty significant rotation right now. So I want to keep an eye on all that as this moves. We have of course, this line out here. It looks like it's actually kind of, let's see. Yeah, it's kind of, I don't know, it's trying to hang on down here in Harrisburg. It's actually just moved through Harrisburg for for the line back here, by the way, as well. It's definitely, this line's definitely getting messy, so that's a good sign. It's weakening significantly. And the only storm we're going to watch right now is this one down here. That's the main one that we're going to be watching right here as it moves just to the south of Paoli. Yeah, if you have anybody in Chambersburg, Villeen, anybody listening from those areas, make sure you go ahead and get your tornado safe shelter. Because more than likely this thing could be on the ground. I'm not sure exactly. It's hard to say without ground confirmation. It definitely looks good. This is the Enrod's like a kind of shear tracker type deal, and you kind of see it right there as well. The cool thing about GLO through, we can actually do this in 3D. Let's do that real quick. Get a nice scan of that whole storm. Yeah, you see it right here. That's the whole storm right there in 3D. This is from about 10,000 feet up, so and above, pretty much. So it's reaching at the top's only reaching about 30,000 feet. Yeah, it's pretty nice looking though. You got tornadoes gonna be right in here, so kind of I can put it in full screen here, kind of give you a better view. So that's our storm in 3D though, right there. That's what it looks like right now. So it's definitely pretty interesting looking. Yeah, if you're definitely take a tornado safe shelter and get ready if you're in the Villeen and Chambersburg area or anywhere between. They actually canceled the tornado warning just now, actually, I believe. I don't know if they're going to renew it. The rotation's still showing the same, but maybe they got, I don't know if they heard something or. This could actually be changing. Is this changing? Are they changing National Weather Service location? Is Orange County a different from?
Orange County is covered by Louisville.
Louisville, okay. So Louisville, yeah. So it should be Louisville issued it more than likely. So I don't know if they're going to renew it or if they're just going to wait and see if they get ground confirmation. Maybe I don't know. But yeah, the movie thing and the latest radar scan that does look a little bit better. It's not as tight as it was because before that's what it looked like there, and it's really wrapped up. It kind of broadened down this last scan, so it's a good sign. So hopefully, I don't know. I'm not sure how it did on the highway. Hopefully, someone will see that if someone's crossing the highway. Hopefully, they've seen it, and they'll be able to confirm it so they can give advance warning a little bit here. So we'll see. More than likely, it dropped. If it dropped, it could have dropped right on the highway right there. So yeah, we'll have to keep an eye on all this. Let's zoom on out to the bigger picture. Tornado warning continues for the Murray area. I'm not going to switch radar just yet until I make sure this storm is not going to wrap back up here real quick. But if it does, we're just going to jump back down there real quick, just see how it looks. And if it doesn't look too bad, we might be able to coverage for now. Then maybe we'll just go live again if anything wraps back up. So just to be safe, though, Chambersburg, Villeen, definitely keep. I would say in your tornado safe shelter, just be safe as the storm moves away. Tornado warning.
I think that's
warning. What was
that?
Sorry,
Zach. I think that's Highway 65 you're looking for. Is it near Seymour?
It's it's the one that runs north to south in Paoli. Runs through Paoli. It's going to be just to the west of Chambersburg. Yeah, we'll check it out. Wish this radar had told me what the roads are, so I can kind of give you all a heads up on which road for people that might be traveling. Yeah. So another scan just came through. Still not too bad looking. Let's see the velocity. And it's still showing that there. It's not too bad though anymore. You definitely see the veering of the winds, but yeah, it's. I think it's getting better. It's on the up and up. Once again, I think that's what we're going to be kind of done with today. If we do see any type of tornadic activity, give me those quick spin ups. Something's going to wrap up real quick. It might drop a tornado. It'll be more likely fairly weak, and it'll just dissipate pretty quickly and either recycle or die. Pretty much. That's pretty much what these storms are going to be doing this on today. Tony, you want to go ahead and you may switch over to Paducah's radar?
Yeah, go ahead and switch over to Paducah.
All right, we'll just keep an eye on see if that tornado warning goes back up. Orange County, though, you just can't keep an eye. We'll keep an eye on that for y'all. It's about out of the area though, so that'll be out of our coverage area here in just a few moments. We're going to go down here and see. And the good news is this storm doesn't look too significant on radar right now, so that's a really good sign. It is wrapped up. I mean, it's just the storm itself is pretty weak. It is wrapping up pretty good though. This haven't you see this pronounced hook right here? That's not a good sign, but at least the storm doesn't look too strong as it is, so that's a good sign. But there's definitely broad rotation in this, and this is going to be moving pretty much just pretty much on Murray, if not just to the northwest of Murray. It'll be really close to. I mean, really Murray kind of extends out this way, so it probably will. Parts of Murray, especially the northern side, north and western side there. Definitely have to watch that as it moves towards y'all. Let's see the trends of the velocity here. And you see, it was much tighter earlier when it's down here on the Tennessee-Kentucky border, and it's kind of broadened out right now. So we'll just keep an eye on that and see if it tightens up again. No rotation throughout these other storms. That's a good thing. There's no rotation throughout these other storms. So as of right now, so that's a good sign for the other storms in West Kentucky. Only storm, the most dangerous storm though is going to be in the Murray. I know a lot of people have students that go, their kids or family that goes probably to Murray school. So if you have anybody down there, give them a heads up and have them get in the tornado safe shelter if they haven't already. The storm's definitely pretty wrapped up, so we'll have to keep an eye on that. We'll just keep an eye on these scans here. So if we can do scan here in a second. Next scan probably will put it right past, either probably put it just to the north of Murray or pretty much right on Murray here on the north side there.
That is Highway 56 near Paoli.
Okay, so Highway 56 is probably where the possible tornado crossed at. Up there, that's up there in the Paoli area, the other storm that was talking about earlier. That warning been continued. Nope, still. So they're not going to continue that warning up in Paoli. So that's something we'll have to keep an eye on. I'll just keep an eye up there a little bit off and on, but we'll just keep an eye on that. So Murray, like I said, make sure you're in a tornado safe shelter. It should be bearing down on y'all right now. We should be getting a new scan here in just a second, hopefully. Okay, didn't get the one this time. Let's see with the radar. So yeah, and here's the latest radar scan. So the velocity is a little bit behind. The velocity is still south of pretty much south of this road here, and just to it's still due east of Murray. But now the road where the rotation probably is more north of Murray now, or if not on the north side of Murray. So that's what we're waiting on. I'm gonna see if velocity updated yet. 5 seconds to the next. Let's see if it downloads this time. Yeah, that hook echo though, it's kind of weakened from the radar scan. Looks like it's kind of falling apart. This whole storm's kind of falling apart though. How it looks, it's kind of messy, but it is rotating though. So that's something, even if you have a messy storm, it's still rotating. Let's go ahead and we'll throw that in 3D too. See what this storm looks like. It's probably pretty nice on that. And as you see, you can see that right there. It's getting all the way up to about 40,000 feet. And if we have a tornado, it's gonna be right in here, in this area right here. So right up there. Actually, let me come on the backside here because it's probably a little bit easier to see. It's gonna be right in here. And there's Murray. We're looking at it straight above. There's Murray right there, and that tornado is gonna be right in here if we have it. So that's something we'll have to keep an eye on. We're going to get it back to regular. The velocity updated. And still don't have a velocity scan, so that's something we'll have to keep an eye out for. I'm trying to see if it's going to update. Is it updated on Geo Level 3 by chance? Scan down there, Murray.
Check it out real quick.
Yeah, because the velocity scan on here is kind of still a little bit behind on the radar because it's actually about right here where this area rotation would be. Yeah, it still doesn't come through. So
the next update's coming through in about 1 minute.
Okay. So we'll keep it on that. Hopefully this rotation will begin to weaken significantly, and we'll be.
So far, it looks like it has.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Looking at the hook echo, it's weakened since the last round. I mean, there it was right there, pretty strong looking, and had that thickness to it a little bit, and it's starting to. It's trying to tighten up a little bit right here. You see some pinks in there now, but that's okay. And there's another radar scan right there. It's actually really blowing past it. Still pronounced hook echo right there, and it's north of Murray now. Alamo, you probably have to keep an eye on that. There's really not too many. Don't look like there's too many populated areas. There is this little not sure what looks like a factory right here, actually, right here in the Hook Echo. So I'm not sure if that's a factory or not. I can't really tell. I'm not too familiar with this area down here in Murray. So there's some type of building right here, though, and it's right in the Hook Echo. So if there is a tornado on the ground, they definitely need to be in the tornado safe shelter. Yeah, there's the latest. It's still broad, so broad rotation. I doubt it's on the ground. Probably pretty impressive looking on the backside there on that storm. So yeah, we'll have to keep an eye on that, and that'll be moving. And the storm's gonna be pretty much moving right toward this West Kentucky area. If it continues, we'll kind of go ahead and I'll kind of look at where it's going to be moving. We're have to keep an eye on Aurora area, Canton area, the Kentucky Lake Barkley and Kentucky Lake area. Lambton Lakes right there is going to be moving that way as well. And they kind of, luckily it's not too populated through here, so it's a good sign. And, as long as it weakens before it gets up here into the main parts of the tri-state where, where the population starts kind of picking up a little bit, we should be able to get through the storm pretty easily here. So we'll just keep an eye on that. Tony, you think we ought to go ahead and cut off the stream for now? I don't know. There's no warnings actually for the area now. I'll go up here. I'm going to move back to Evansville radar one more time just to see. I wouldn't be surprised to let that one go eventually if it continues to show the broad rotation, if it weakens.
Honestly, by looking at trends, I think I'm gonna go out on a limb. Besides the cell that's over Henderson, we'll have to keep an eye on that one. And still that one down towards Harrisburg is trying to hang on, but it's still in a weakening phase. I think other than that, north of I-64, you're pretty much in the clear. You're just gonna get some moderate to heavy rain, maybe some lightning. Most likely nothing severe. It looks like any stronger storms will most likely take place. Since we're still watching this stuff down here towards Harrisburg, we'll say from extreme southeast Illinois and points east. If you live north of I-64 in the Lawrenceville, Vincennes area, going all the way back to Albany, Illinois, you're most likely pretty much in the clear.
Yeah, I agree with that. So we'll have to definitely keep an eye on that. This cell has been showing a lot of weakening signs, just trying to hang in a little bit. Yeah, it's definitely everything's trending in the right direction for us, though. We can't expect that as it gets dark. All these storms should begin to weaken more and more. And but later on tonight, all these storms should just kind of weaken to nothing, pretty much, but rain, maybe some rumbles of thunder. Yeah, we'll take a look at this storm real quick in Henderson before we head off, and just make sure everything looks good in it. City of Henderson, you actually are starting to see this storm as it moves through. Owensboro still hasn't seen too much yet from all this activity. A few rain showers earlier, so far we've kind of missed everything. But Henderson, yeah, you're going to be kind of watching this part of the storm. It is moving away from you. No rotation in it, how it looks. So that's a really good sign. And yeah, we'll just keep an eye on that. This storm appears really weakened up here. That's in the Orange County area. So everything's trending in the right direction for us. So that's a really good sign. We'll go down. I'm going to jump down here one more time to Paducah, just see what the latest is. As long as everything looks good on that, I think we'll cut the stream off and there's still a hook on that storm down there in Murray. It's also, I think it's kind of starting in a weakening phase. Velocity still shows a broad rotation. So we'll just have to keep an eye on it. They'll probably keep this tornado warning going until this broad rotation leaves. And looks like actually, let's see what this storm is right here doing. Kind of right over here in Lambton Lakes, kind of notice it from the velocity. Also may have a little broad rotation right there, but nothing too significant. Yeah, main storm right now I think that we have to worry about is probably this one in Murray. And there's the latest scan. Still broad, nothing too tight. Most time if you get those really bright colors, like really, side by side, that's when you probably have something on the ground. Not really seeing that, more of a broad, and even the hook echo is really starting to significantly weaken. So I think it's definitely a good sign. I'm sure they'll probably let this warning cancel. I have a feeling. And they'll just keep a really close eye on it probably over the next hour or so as it continues to make its way northeast. As for that, I think that'll probably do it for now. The area is going to be, I think, okay for now. So we have any more tornado warnings go out for the tri-state, we'll go live again. But, yeah, Tony, you got anything else? We have. Let's see. Okay, Tony went. Okay, I think you're muted, Tony. I don't know if you can hear me or not, but But anyways, so that'll do the stream there. I hope you all enjoyed that. Yeah, Tony. There's Tony. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna go. I guess we'll hop off here. You got anything else to say for that? If you heard anything else before we head off?
The storms over in southern Illinois that are getting ready to cross the Wabash River over into Posey County, they continue to show a weakening trend. We'll keep an eye on them. The atmosphere has been worked over some, and we're losing daylight, so the weakening trend should continue.
Oh yeah, yeah. There's a storm that he's talking about right through here, and definitely weakening as you can see. And yeah, so I think we're gonna be in good shape. More than likely, let this one go for the Murray area. Still broad rotation, but
I'm sorry.
There it is. Yeah, they just let it go. So no more tornado warnings in the area as now. They just let that tornado cancel. Just broad rotation still. They'll just keep a close eye on it. If it tightens up again, they'll warn you up pretty much. So like what they're going to play it as. So.
And also again up in the Lawrenceville, Vincennes area. Looks like you're in the clear. Looks like you're going to mostly deal with some moderate pockets of heavy rain and maybe a few rumbles of thunder, but it looks like the severe threat is shifting to the east of the Evansville metro area and the Lawrenceville, Vincennes area. Actually, the Lawrenceville, Vincennes area, you're out of the woods for severe weather, and that threat right now looks like it's shifting more to the east of the Evansville metro area.
Yeah, yeah. So, yeah, we'll just keep an eye on it. Like you said, we'll go live again if we need to. Thank you all for watching. It's been an interesting afternoon already so far. Kind of first system in a while we've really had that we've had to kind of keep an eye out for. Just marginal risk, but anytime you have this, it doesn't take much. I mean, like I always say, all it takes is an updraft to get a tornado. And if you have an updraft, you can have a tornado, and there's always that chance. Especially today was kind of that's kind of the setup for today. It was kind of how the winds were veering. It was just kind of set up for today, just some quick spin ups possible. And that's kind of what we were seeing. So that threat will probably continue, especially east, like I said, southeast and east of Evansville over the next couple of hours. But as it gets darker and darker, I think all these storms are going to significantly weaken, and we'll just probably have to deal with some rain and maybe some rumbles of thunder. So. As for that, I think that's everything. Thank you all for watching, and I guess we'll keep an eye on it.
Have a good evening.